really nice outside at the moment. Just the right temperature for me. Maybe, I don't know, 20, must be 21 or just a bit under 21 maybe. Anyway, hope your afternoon is good. Hope you're well. Hope you're safe. I hope you're well stocked. Just thought I'd do a Facebook or a video today, continuing on a bit from yesterday with my talk. Yesterday was about working from home for those people who've been asked to work from home, like maybe starting the week that's just gone and into the next week or so, particularly teachers. As I mentioned yesterday, I work in a couple of private schools and they decided to close the doors to students on Wednesday afternoon, and then spent a couple of days with their teachers just putting things into practice and very quick learning curve for a lot of them to learn how to deliver content online, etc. for their students. So now the Victorian government's just announced that the public schools will close tomorrow afternoon. If you're going to send your kids to school tomorrow, like, only do it if you're one of the really essential kind of staff out in the community during this crisis. Otherwise, just keep the kids at home and stay at home. I'm not sure at this stage if the public schools are going to do what we've done in the independent schools, which is still kind of provide for continuous learning over the next week. I saw someone post something about the school holidays are just starting a week earlier, and that might be the case, but I'm not really sure. And if it is, that's cool, but it might not apply to kids who are VCE, because that might be a bit more of an important thing to deliver over the next week, because they have different outcomes. So this is kind of geared towards the people with kids who are going to school, who are going to be still delivering some teaching content over the next week. Okay, I saw a couple of concerns posted today. People thinking they have to suddenly, like mums suddenly saying, oh, I don't know how to teach my daughter Year 12 physics or anything. Be assured, you're not going to be expected to be doing the roles of teachers, okay? You're not expected to know VCE, algebra or physics or anything like that. The schools can't really replicate on-line learning, but I'm sure they'll just aim to provide the platform for continuous learning. Some will be on screen, some will be off screen, some might be, referred to textbooks, some might be self-learning, some might be delivering even live classes online. I'm not sure. The best way to kind of learn what's going on is to stay in contact with your school. Emails, SMS, websites, and even the Department of Education website, just to keep up to date with what's guidelines and stuff are being put out. So some of the strategies I talked about yesterday about you working from home can be put into place for helping your kids do the same. So here's a few tips. So number one is establish some expectations with your kids. That will be age and ability specific, of course. And it needs to be flexible so it can suit changing circumstances. Remember to keep calm, and your anxiety can very easily transfer, and especially like for the younger kids too. They're going to be in a different state of excitement compared to the high school kids. Explain things as best as you can to them, answer their questions, age specific again. You could turn this into a bit of an adventure with the smaller kids. Talk about change. Changes are a part of life, and humans are the most adaptable form of life on earth. We have an amazing ability to adapt to change. It doesn't mean it's comfortable. Discomfort is just a normal part of it. So keeping that discomfort level down as much as you can is the best you can do. Change is just different, but it shouldn't be scary. Establish routines, like I said, with your own work, do as much as possible, stick to a normal routine. This is actually quite important for mental health. Psychologically, our brains prefer to have some sort of routines. So breakfast, get dressed like you're going to work or school. I know the two schools I work at, one's casual dress and one's uniform, and the uniform school is encouraging students to still put their uniforms on every morning. Maybe just encourage appropriate dress, you know, smart casual, tidy casual, something like that, if they really don't want to put uniforms on. But like if you're trying to do work in your PJs and you associate pyjamas with sleep and rest and comfort and that, you're probably not going to be as productive, and that's going to be the same with kids who are possibly used to, you know, associating uniforms with productivity and learning. So make that decision yourselves, talk about that. Also, as per my talk yesterday, set up an appropriate environment. So you might need a desk space, limited distractions, things like that. Background noise you might need coming from another room if you're finding it all too quiet. Encourage regular breaks from the screens, have a stretch, walk around. You could probably just do all these together as a team, walking around the backyard. You know, we're not completely isolated to our homes yet, so still try to get out, get some fresh air, get some sunshine if you have some. Encourage your kids to take the responsibility for their own learning. Like, this is a part of life and growing up anyway, is being responsible and self-disciplined. This doesn't mean you step back from helping them completely. So, you know, if they do need help, give that to them to your best ability. Be mindful of your levels of stress and anxiety, and I did just mention this before, but I'm just saying again because this is really important, especially with those younger kids. Be really mindful of that, and you might need to provide some extra support in that area. Monitor their online use and their interactions as much as possible. Distractions will get in the way of their productivity, but if they're looking up inappropriate or stressful kind of, or even fake news about what's going on, this could actually add to their stress levels, and you really don't want that. If you want some really good information, up-to-date information, stick to the government websites. And I know a lot of people are like anti-government or anti-trust government, but this is going to be your best source of accurate information on what to do or what's going on, or anything that's issued. So the Department of Health website, the Victorian Government website, Department of Education websites, WHO, World Health Organisation, things like that. And most of all, prioritise the health and well-being of your own family. Like, if this means stepping away from remotely working or remotely school working or whatever, then so be it. There's nothing more important than the health and, you know, the mental health, the physical health of you and your family and your loved ones. And, you know, school and work can wait a week. School's out for holidays the week after this week anyway. So if you're fortunate enough your school's just called an earlier holiday, you're not going to have to worry about this schoolwork stuff. If they're delivering content online, then there's just a few tips that might help you all get through it. And I hope that it is helpful to any of you. And probably last but not least, if you are feeling a bit isolated or a bit worried or anything like that at the moment, I am actually at work this week. But, you know, if you see me online and you just feel like you need to chat to someone, just chat to me. I'm happy for that. I'm happy to do a Zoom. Maybe we could all have a Zoom dinner party one night or something like that. So it's physical distancing, but we can still socialise and have a meal together virtually. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to hydrate. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.